Well, welcome back to I'm Wondering Not Lost YouTube channel. I'm sitting here today with John. John, I'm sorry I don't remember your last name.
Manning.
John Manning. He's a veteran. When did you serve, sir?
I served in the U.S. Army from February of 1980 to February of 2000, so 20 years.
Wow. The lifer.
Well, I wouldn't call it that. Wouldn't call it that. Folks that serve 30 or more years, those are the lifers, yeah.
Well, at what branch did you serve in? Army?
Army. Served in the Army. I was a tanker for, I did that for about 12, 13 years. And then I switched over to a different specialty area, more in the resource management area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where were you stationed at?
Oh, let's see.
Where'd you start?
Fort Benning, Fort Knox, Fort Riley, Kansas, back to Fort Knox, Kentucky, Germany, Fort Irwin, California, back to Fort Benning, Georgia, DC area, Pentagon, and various other things, which is where I retired.
So you moved around a whole lot with them.
I have. But see, I was also an Army brat, so I moved around a lot more than what I just described.
So you expected it, and it didn't surprise you at all as you moved around.
Right.
What was your favorite place to serve?
Oh, I don't. That's a good
Or
question.
what was your favorite position in the Army that you held, that you enjoyed the most?
Oh man, there's a lot that are good, but I think the most interesting was the one I had at Fort Irwin, which was, it's called the National Training Center. So you have large units, like a brigade-sized unit, that'll go there and train for 2 weeks. And I held the job as observer controller, which is basically a referee on the training ground. And I also held a job as an analyst, and these computers that watched a lot of the training. So I held a job as an analyst in there as well, but the observer controller was probably the most interesting job. But it was the most unique because it's in the middle of the Mojave Desert, and you have all kinds of combat vehicles just running around in the desert having fun. Yeah, so.
Now, I volunteer on a LST 325 out of Evansville. One of the jokes that we always pull on the new guy is go get the bow key so we can open the bow door on the ship. So what is your favorite joke that you pulled on the guys that you served with, new guys?
Oh man, I have to go back and think about that one. As an officer, you didn't tend to do that a lot, but some folks would do that on you. So I think the weirdest one was asking somebody to go get a left-handed smoke sifter, and you go, oh, that sounds official, and I don't know what that. And it was nothing.
Yeah,
it was nothing, but it was fun to watch people, run around and kind of asking those questions. And okay.
When you left the service, was it your choice, or were you fed up with the way things were going, or had you just had enough and ready to...
I'd kind of had enough.
Had you?
Yeah, it was, things were changing, unfortunately. Yeah. And so I wanted to go on and do something different. I actually stayed with DOD though when I left, but I went over to the Air Force side as a DOD civilian. Okay. So then I did that 14, 15 years, something like that. And I had a few years working as a contractor in between that as well. But I spent 14, 15 years as a DOD civilian working for the Air Force at Peterson Air Force Base in Colorado Springs.
So are you fully retired now?
Oh, I am.
And just enjoying life?
I am.
Just traveling on whenever you feel like going?
As much as we can, yes.
There you go. Now I met John here in Hurricane, Utah. He right up the hill from me just a little bit, but this has been a nice campground, I thought. It was very nice to meet you.
Yes,
and I was thrilled because I always like to take veterans on a ride in the Jeep, and so we got to do that the other night, and I appreciate you taking the time and riding with me.
Appreciate the ride. It just brought back a few memories.
Only the good ones. I only want to bring back good ones.
Only the good ones, yes.
Yeah. Well, John, thank you for taking the time and to sit down with me for a few minutes. And I hope y'all have fun on all your travels. And maybe we'll see you down the road.
You bet.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, John.
Take care. You bet.